each of you be attentive as possible. And this is going to be more of a conversation than a presentation. I just want to really feel like I'm having a one-on-one conversation with a group of people, and show you some of the things that have kind of helped shape my philosophies and to help many people reach the place that they desire to be. And obviously, we're just kind of walking into a brand new year in recent times, and many people have certain goals, plans, revolutions even. Some people have thoughts. They have ideas, but few people actually have a concrete plan. So what I want to be able to share with you real quick is something that has been placed in my lap that I have just been fortunate enough to place in the lap of others, if that makes sense. And what we're going to talk about for the next few moments, we're going to talk about wealth building, but we're going to talk about it from a very unique vantage point. And that vantage point is going to really be your very own. So everything that I'm going to talk about this evening is really a clear, concise reality check, okay? Because the truth is that you can say whatever you want to say, but if you don't face your own reality, then you're actually living a life of deception where you're deceiving yourself and alluding to delusional thinking. I want you to have a real reality check. So I'm going to beg that you pay attention just for a little while, eliminate all distractions, and just kind of hone in just for a few minutes. If you pay attention for a little while, I promise not to keep you very long. I want to talk to you about you. Do you actually have a plan? Do you have a plan for your family, a plan for your freedom, a plan for your security, a plan for your wealth, and a plan for your actual lifestyle? Many people, they have ideas, they have thoughts, but they don't really have a plan. And I'm not suggesting to you that tonight I have the ultimate plan. What I'm merely suggesting is that I have a way. I have something that if it lines up with your morals, with your values, with your beliefs, with your ability to begin to do the things that we're doing, that this may be a way to help save your financial life. I want to talk to you just for a few moments about a little company that I learned about called Karatbars International, which is just a vehicle that I have decided to get in to get me to my desired destination. Who in the world is Karatbars? Karatbars is a company that has been established in 2011. The headquarters is right in Stuttgart, Germany. We actually have more than 500,000 people who are affiliated with us. That's right, affiliated in some way, shape, or form. And as you see that we actually have banks as well as many offices all around the world. It's spearheaded by the visionary gentleman by the name of Mr. Harold Sykes, who I actually had the privilege of meeting just a few months ago, who I have learned to be a phenomenal man who has been very credible in all the things that he said that he do. Well, here's what he said in writing. He said, "My mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market and make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point," here's what I love, you can highlight that E word, "that everyone can afford." He shares with us his goals. He says, "My goal is to help millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt." Now, if his goal is to help millions, I just want to be one, all right? And I'm not beyond help. It's important to also know that he's actually a senator with the Global Economic Network, which is something to be said. He gives us further promise, and he makes this vow. He says, "My promise is that Karatbars and Gold Standard Bank will continue promoting and defending the financial freedom and security of every human being independently in a decentralized manner. Our future is ultimately digital," true story, "and it rests on the solid foundation of pure gold at the same time." One of his other credentials is that he's a member of the Economic Council as well as the senator of the Economic Network. And more importantly and more personable to us, he's actually our CEO and founder who have actually afforded us this awesome opportunity. Y'all ready? Check this out. I'm going to dive straight into it because the truth is that there's only three ways Three primary ways that you can participate. Now, I want you to know that it's perfectly fine with us if you participate in three of these ways, two out of three of these ways, one out of three of these ways, or the reality is none of these ways. We're just sharing with the people that we care about most, those who we believe is deserving of this information, and you can elect to participate in all three or none whatsoever, and it's still going to be perfectly fine with us. Everybody's still going to be friends, family, loved ones, all of that good stuff. So check this out. The first thing I want to talk to you about is information that I just didn't know about. Now, everybody's seen this word before. Everybody believes that they know what this word means, and it's just the simple idea of savings. What is savings? Savings is typically the notion that you pay yourself. We work in this country, and according to labor law, everybody that work ought to get paid. And we find it consequently that when we work, everybody seems to get paid from our payroll except us. Think about it. If you do not have a savings plan, if you do not have savings whatsoever, everybody gets paid out of your check except you. You did all the work, but you're the only one that don't get paid. So if I have to sell you on the idea of savings for yourself, you should probably log off now. You should probably just go away now and not listen to a minute more, because you don't think that you are valuable enough to actually pay yourself, okay? However, even if there are those who believe that they ought to save, some lack the disciplines to save, and even those I've found in recent years that even if they have the disciplines to save, some people save incorrectly. Most people have started this year off with a 52-week plan, and y'all seen the 52-week plan where we actually take $1 and save $1 in week 1, $2 in week 2, $3 in week 3, and go up to 52 weeks. Sounds like a great plan because it shows you a certain amount of money that you'll have by the end of the year. But the problem that we have with our dollar is that the dollar has not been a dollar since 1913, and I'll prove it. If you remember way back in 1999, and I'll just throw this in increments of 10-year spans. If you remember just 2 decades ago, $20 would actually get you a full basket of groceries at the grocery store. But do you remember just 10 years later in 2009, it seems as if that basket was dwindling and you couldn't get as many groceries as you could before. And how about now in 2019, $20, you'll be lucky if it gets you 2 or 3 items at the grocery store. Why? Because inflation is the idea that food, gas, cost of living, everything goes up while your money continues to decrease in value. So thank you, sir, Dominic Curry. You helped me to understand what's happening with my money. It's not that you have lost money per se, but you need more of it to get the things that you say that you desire. Well, thank you, sir. Newsflash, it doesn't make sense for you to save your money with money. Well, what does it make sense rather? I'm telling y'all, I get so excited that sometimes my tongue moves faster than my mind, all right? And what I'm trying to help you to understand is that I don't want to just tell you what not to save your money with. I want to also share with you what you can save your money with. The first way that you can participate, if you're going to take notes tonight, way number 1 is that you can just save gold. If I were you, I would start to listen to this. And the reason being is because if you actually look at the trends of gold versus the trends of dollars, then you could talk to any financial expert in the world. And if they care more about you than they care about their own check, they will advise you to save your money in some precious metal, because gold is actually the premier precious metal. And you got experts, financial experts. He breeds billionaires like Robert Kiyosaki, or you have Mike Maloney, who actually tells us that if we can save gold, we need to save gold. But the challenge is that most people don't even know a bullion broker if they wanted to save gold. And even if they could save gold, most people can't afford it. So what they said was, what if there was a way that you actually could get gold at a price point that you could afford. And that's where Karatbars come into play. And I'll share more about that in just a little while, because I want to prove to you that gold is literally your protection. Since the Great Depression in 1932, do you know that the dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power, while gold has risen in value over 4,300%? This is literally a no-brainer. Let me see if I can share a quick story with you, because I'm a believer in stories without taking a very long time. I spoke with a woman about 2 months ago, and I asked her about her savings habits. She told me that she had impeccable savings habits. She said, my money, I get a chunk of money for retirement once a month. I'm on a fixed income. She said to me that, Dominique, you cannot match my savings habits. She said, I take a chunk of that money out and I put my money inside of a savings account, which is not connected to a checking account, and I do it at a credit union that's all the way across town that closes early. She said, so even if I do lack the disciplines on saving my money, what she told me was, I cannot get to it, and I can't get to it fast enough, even if I want to touch it. I stood up and I clapped for her. I applauded her, and I said to her, I said, ma'am, you've done everything right except one thing. She said, what do you mean I did everything right except one thing? I said, do you know that from last year to this year that the U.S. inflation rate was about 3%? We were talking a few months ago. And she said, what is that supposed to mean? I said, well, you tell me. I said, does it cost you more today to get the things that you desired than it did just last year? And she stopped and she paused and she thought about it. She said, yeah. I said, well, you have literally lost the 3% of your buying power. So that $10,000 that you saved last year, you only have about $9,700 of buying power. So whatever it is that you save 10 grand for, you're going to need about 10.3 in order to get to buy it. I said, do you know that if somebody loved you enough to tell you that if you would have saved that same $10,000 in gold, that gold actually increased or appreciated, went up in value by 12%, which literally means that you could have turned that 10,000 to 11,200. Now, some things are no-brainer decisions, which means that you can take your brain out of your head and you'll still make the same wise decision. Would you rather have $9,700 after saving 10,000 or 11,200 after saving 10,000? Well, there you have it. You need to save your money in something, even if you're not going to listen to me, even if you're not going to do it with me. You need to save your money in something that's growing rather than something that's dying. Gold is your protective shield against inflation, hands down, bar none. We do not have a figment of your imagination, but we literally have the finest quality of gold available, 999.9, 24 karat gold, the only form of gold and a form of money that's accepted around the world, no matter where you go. And they come small enough so that everybody can afford. Now, those of you that may be a little leery about this, I want you to understand that we have actually cracked these things open and had them tested by jewelers so that they can prove that what we have is actually correct. People have videoed it. I can share it with you, and you won't have anything to worry about. The first way you can participate is just save gold. And what we have done in recent times, we learned a whole lot about the digital world. And the digital world is actually this little stuff called cryptocurrency. This is way number 2. Again, you can participate in wave 1, you can participate in wave 2, you can participate in wave 3, or you can participate in all 3, or you can participate in none at all. I think that it's important for me to at least share with you the possibilities of cryptocurrency. And the reason why is because I do not speak to you from a place of expertise. I do not speak to you from a place of one who actually believed long term. No, because I had an opportunity to get Bitcoin 3 times in my life. I had an opportunity to get Bitcoin when it was around $7 or $9, something like that. I had another opportunity to get it when it was around $46. Had another opportunity to get it when it was about $277. And each one of those times I denied it. I turned it down. I didn't know what no cryptocurrency was. Sound like a scam to me. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know what Bitcoin was and all of this stuff that they were talking about. However, I cannot negate the fact that Bitcoin created 23,000 millionaires despite my lack of knowledge. So what I did not know actually did hurt me. All right. And so I had to watch friends of mine have $50,000 days, $20,000, $30,000 days on cryptocurrency. And I don't want you to get scared with this, because that same gold that we said that we're going to help you to save, gold is money. So we can help you to save you some crypto with the gold that you save. You don't believe me? I'll prove it. You can actually save little ingots, little grams of gold, as little as 1/10 of a gram of gold, which you see right here in Cash Gold, or you can get the 1 gram of gold, or you can get 2.5 or 5 grams, so forth and so on. All I'm sharing with you is that 1/10 of a gram of gold right there, which it would behoove you to have, is right around $5. True story. $5. That's right. If you just say, if my son who gets a little allowance, if he decides that he's just going to save $5 of his dollars in gold over time, I don't, let me see if I can slow this train down. Have you realized that if you take your gold or your jewelry into a pawn shop today, and I'm just going to talk pawn shop because some of y'all don't know no jewelers anyway. So you take your jewelry into the pawn shop today, they don't care that it's shaped inside of a little a ring or bracelet or necklace or the way that you think that they should like it. They don't care. What do? They take it right to the scale because they're going to weigh it. They are going to weigh it, and then they're going to check its quality. If it's not the highest quality of gold, you will not get the highest offer. That's the first thing. We have the highest quality of gold. The second thing is that they weigh it, because all they're going to do is scrap it and sell it by the gram. Well, we saved you the trouble. We sell it by the gram. You can get as little as much as you want. All right. You can take that and we can show you how you can invest in crypto just to have some and teach you about it along the way. Okay. Way number 2. Now, way number 3. And as y'all see, I'm at way number 3 already, so I'm almost done. I don't know what you see when you see this picture, but this is when I like to kind of slow things down and get people to thinking, okay? Now, I want to share this with you because this particular picture is very near and dear to my heart. When you see this picture, I ask people all the time wherever I go, what do you see when you see this picture? I have people tell me, I see peace, I see serenity. I think of lying by the beach. I think of vacation. I think of fishing. I think of doing the things that I like. I think of my Zen room, of what I like to hear, all types of things that people say that they hear. But you want to know what I see when I see this picture? When I see this picture, I look and I see multiple streams feeding one body, okay? Feeding one body of water. Now, there are some people right now, and God knows I wouldn't pick on them. God knows that I wouldn't try to hit nobody when they're down. But I have people right now who works in the federal government. And I was listening to C-SPAN today. I was riding with a mentor of mine, and I was listening to C-SPAN. Then I heard that our president said that he's not sure how long the government will be shut down. He said it can be months, it can even be years, and he's going to declare it a state of emergency. And there are people that there are some people that work for TSA, like at the airport, that has to still report to work.
They don't play in the
even
water.
though they're not getting paid. Okay, even though they don't get paid. And what I want to share with you guys is that I want to just say that it will behoove us to have a stream of income, because there are government workers who thought that they would be secure that has no idea how they're going to get paid or when they're going to get paid. My heart goes out to them. But I want to share with you guys that this is way number 3, where we don't just get an opportunity to be financially fit by saving our money in a great commodity. Please, everybody, mute out their lines. Everybody press mute on your line. They don't only get an opportunity to save and gold to have a great commodity, but they don't only get to invest in crypto to have a phenomenal story. And I can share some crypto stories with you whereby people are becoming very, very wealthy. In fact, there's a woman that may be on with us this evening who we actually helped to become a multiple 6-figure earner, multiple 6 figures, over $250,000 that they're actually able to have in return. And they came without selling anything. It came without recruiting a soul. So you can participate in way number one and way number two, become very wealthy, and never ever pay attention to way number three. But for those of you that actually want to create a sustainable income that will come with or without you, then you pay attention to way number three. I just need a mature audience right now who knows how to eat the meat and spit out the bone. We actually have a team building concept where you can actually begin to get a referral fee. Okay. Somebody asked me on my Facebook post, they said, is this an MLM company? And I said, no, this is an e-commerce company, an investment company that happens to have referral fees as well. All right. But if you don't want to know referral fees, just don't refer nobody. Real simple stuff. So I shared with them that today. But this is our referral program that you automatically can be a part of. And here's how it pays out. We primarily build two teams here, okay? We primarily build two teams because we truthfully believe that that's the way to help tons of people. Now, the payouts are absolutely phenomenal. Where you see bronze, silver, gold, VIP down there in that lower right-hand corner, where you see bronze, silver, gold, VIP, I just highlighted it for you, and when you see units earned, the only reason why you want to even consider a bronze, silver, gold, or VIP package is if you desire to actually go in business and build a team. That's it. All right. So here's the cool thing. The payouts are phenomenal. And that funny little sign is a euro because we get paid in euros, which is more aggressive than a dollar, more aggressive than some other currencies that I dare not name at the moment. But every single solitary time 50 units show up on one team. Now, remember, I didn't say what you do. I said the team. 50 units show up on one team and 25 units show up on another team. It's going to cycle and it's going to pay you out contingent upon which package. And obviously you see the greater the package, the greater the payout. And you have the liberty of building this as slow or as fast as you desire. And you also get an opportunity to see how the units show up in the team's effort, because somebody gonna think that this is attractive enough, even if you don't. So it's okay. Even if you're not interested, it's a good idea to participate for the people who might be interested. All right. So I'm just telling you, it's just my opinion, but who am I? You know, the units down the bottom, 5, 20, 50, 100, as you see that you can quickly get 50 units, quickly get 25 units. And I'll show you right here. And it pays out up to 180,000 times per week. You can do the math on that. That is insanity, right? You can build that as slow as fast as you want. I'm looking to connect with people here at the beginning of the year. I'm looking to connect with people who actually want to do this fast, because I'm looking for folk that will want to work this 12-week strategy. I'm going to share this and I'm going to get out of here. All right. I'll open up for a Q&A, but you know, I really want you to be able to enjoy your day and the rest of your evening. Well, this is not an income claim. I want to go on record saying that this is contingent upon the efforts of each individual as well as your team's efforts. However, this is a great example based upon actual numbers that are in our payment plan. Now, a lot of people get in trouble for making certain income claims, but I can tell you the same thing on your job. If you do not work 8 hours, you will not get paid whatever amount you get paid per hour for 8 hours. Does that make sense? Perfect. What I'm suggesting is if you do not do this, you will not get that. But if you do this, you will get that. So this is just, and I want to give you a simple truth. For $180, which is right where our bronze packages start, right around 189, you can look at the number of weeks on the left-hand column, the payouts on the right-hand column. This is the most aggressive thing I've ever seen in my life, and God knows I've seen a lot. Tell me somewhere else in the world where you can start a business for free, by the way, and I'll get to that in a moment. But if you decide to participate in way number 3, that you can actually start to have your referral program activated and sustained For $189, one time in life, you save gold at your frequency. Okay. Now, for the people to be successful in this 12-week program, you must commit to saving at least 1 gram of gold. Mind, you're not buying anything. You are saving your own money in a more efficient way. You save 1 gram of gold at a minimum of every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. How much is a gram of gold? $47 right now. $47. A tenth of a gram of gold, $5. You can buy 10 tenths, or you can buy 1 gram. Or you can get more if you want. Don't make your minimums your maximums. But I'm talking about the people that's going to work this plan. This is based on 2 people referring to people just in a 12-week time frame. You do this one time, get your package, save your gram of gold, at least 1 gram of gold bi-weekly. I save at least 1 gram of gold per week. Bi-weekly, you save a gram of gold. That's it. And then we refer 2 people who wants to do the same, who wants to just get the lowest package possible one time, and they want to save them a gram of gold because they do see the necessity in saving, and saving is something wonderful, and that's it. You know that you can be staring $4,500 per week in the face. And this is such an old graph that it does not correlate with the new compensation plan that I just showed you, which is actually more aggressive. I can go back and show you how you'll get paid more on paper week 1. There are no zeros anymore in week 2, week 3. This is nuts. You're actually going to get more than this if you complete this phase. And that's not a hyperbole. This is a fact. I'm telling you, this will happen if you do that. Period. Hands down, bar none. You do the least amount of investing and the least amount of work possible, and you could come out greater than you've ever come out. Now, $4,500 a week comes out to about $233,000 a year. I don't know if that would suit you fine, but let's say that you didn't succeed, and you only succeeded by 50% of the effort. That's still $116,000. Let's say that you're god awful and you're the worst person that this company has ever seen, and you fail by 90%. That's still about an extra $450 per week. And all I did was just took 10% of that number. Can you take $450 extra a week for getting the lowest thing possible one time? Some of you probably got a $189 mistake in your closet, and referring 2 people who want to save them some gold and make them some money this year. Really? And if you fail miserably by 90%, you can actually have $450 a week. If you did okay, average, actually worse than average, and only had a 50% success rate, still had $116,000 a year. Come on now. God forbid if you succeed. Now that's at the lowest package. Some of you are a little more ambitious than that. And you say, what if I actually invested more? What if I invested more, but everybody that ever comes in still did the very least? Hey, I'm going to just go to the largest, and you can find yourself anywhere between, because this is a fact. This is a truth. This is not an income statement. These are the numbers. This is when you work out the math. If you get the VIP package, like I did, I'm telling you right now, you can be looking at $19,000 a week for succeeding. And if you fail miserably, you can look at that 90% that I showed you from the bronze investment. That's still $1,900 a week for failing miserably. What? Listen, guys, you can get the largest, everybody else can get the smallest, and you'll still do phenomenal. And all I'm saying to you is that I think that this is remarkable because you're not trying to push people to get what they're uncomfortable getting. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you think you need to do. That's it. All right, guys, there's some check match matrix. I'm just going to under promise and over deliver here. Let's recap so we can get out of here because I done talked enough. You can start your whole affiliate program for free. If you're nervous on the fence, don't know what to do, know how to do it, no problem. Go in for free, become an affiliate, read all the information that you want to read, explore all that you want to explore. Just save you some gold. You don't have to buy no package for that. Just save you gold at your frequency whenever you want. You want to learn about crypto, we can teach you at least so that you know and understand and make that decision. All right. If you want to build a team, you get your packages. And the reason why you're so starting that is because there are a plethora of packages. There's standard packages, and then there's digital packages that all come with crypto. We have people that want to sow and invest in themselves, even up to $1 million. And there's some special incentives for big investors who actually invest $25,000 and up. They actually participate on the stock market. That's a whole nother lesson for a whole nother time in a whole nother lane. You are thinking research. And if you say, all right, well, it do sound good. I don't know, man. Some of it made sense. Some of it didn't make sense. I don't know. I might got to watch it again. Please send me that recording. But I'm going to do some research. Well, your research department probably isn't as big as the London Bullion Market Association. If you're going to research anybody, research the researchers. Find out who they are and see if they qualify to be our refinery partners. We're doing business in 126 countries right now as we speak. You cannot be very crooked and still do business in 126 countries since 2011. FedEx is our delivery partners, so much so that FedEx actually has an office inside of our office. MasterCard is our payment partners. Pay us on a MasterCard every single solitary week. And if you ever tried to get a MasterCard, you know that they vet the life out of you. And just in case you just wanted God to put his stamp of approval on it, the Vatican is our license partners. So the Vatican, look at the Pope's face on this thing with a gold bullion, gold ingot inside of the middle of that 1 gram card. They buy 100,000 of these every single year because this is how that church does its fundraising. They don't sell chicken dinners. They ain't selling fish dinners. They ain't doing a car wash. They're giving their people an opportunity at wealth, selling gold with the Pope's face on it. And not only so, but there's thousands of satisfied customers and affiliates worldwide. And even if you want to trust your own country, they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Guys, I'm exhausted. I said a whole lot in a little bit of time. Karatbars has actually taken all these innovations that have created an amazing wealth building system just for you. Get with the person who invited you to view this and tell them, where you see yourself, or if you just want to get more information, or if you got more questions or whatever it might be. But guys, I'm Dominic Curry, and that's all I have. And